Hey, it's Danielle here with Behati. Maybe Kay will be able to join us. Not sure. She's painting a nice mural on yeah, sure, a shed. So she's out in the country, so she don't have a good signal. So she does what she can, so we love her. Um, anyway, we are wrapping up our women's health series that we have had for the last 4 months. And this is our last segment of our pleasure principles about the sexual health. So, we're going to talk about reclaiming confidence, pleasure, and joy. Anyway, so we are going to be we're going to be focusing on how women can reconnect with themselves and their bodies with and have confidence and joy. So, Bahati, you're in a hot seat since you're only one. So, what does it mean to you for a woman to fully feel empowered and confident in her body? And I'll answer after you do.
Yeah, so the embodiment piece for me, your identity and who you are and how you see yourself. Like I said before, you should know every inch, every crevice, every nook and cranny, every scar, every fold. You should know everything about your body, but not only physically, you should know it spiritually. Like what story is attached to your sagging breast and your stretch marks? Like what stories are attached to that? Because again, society has painted this false narrative about what beauty standards are.
Yeah.
And I've decided at my age that I am not going to achieve the things that they say are beautiful. I'm not getting a BBL. I'm not getting a mommy makeover. There's too many dangers in that. So how do I love my body the way it is? And then how do I work to get it to where I want it to be? And also why? What is the story about my why, right? Because I used to have a really big self-conscious thing about my stomach, having two children, having stretch marks and not wearing bikinis because of my stretch marks. And I was like, you know what? Those scars, those tiger stripes shows the world that I'm a mother.
Yeah.
And I have two healthy, beautiful young women in my life. And so I've had to have new relationships with my body. And then again, as it changes and things look different, and how I manicure it and take care of it, I've had to reconnect with myself physically and tell myself a new story when I see myself naked in the mirror and be unafraid that society is going to judge me because the only person that's going to see me naked is my husband. Okay. And my daughters, they accidentally walk in, but we're a very open household and they clean it up. Be coming in the bathroom while I'm like, girl,
Yeah. Yeah.
not being ashamed, right? Because I want them to
Yeah.
see, like, I'm 51 and sure, our bodies are different, but I don't shame myself in front of them. I don't talk negatively about my body because I don't want them to feel some kind of way about their bodies either. So they've
Yeah.
always looked at mama.
Yeah. And you said a lot there, like, I mean, kudos to you for instilling that, in your daughters, because like for me, and I still struggle, in like, 3 weeks I'll be 56, so and I still struggle with it, not feeling comfortable being naked. I get those moments every now and then where I'm like, oh hell, I don't care,
Mhm.
but I still do. I just try to tell myself, I try to trick my mindset on that. But a lot of it is because my mother was the opposite and instilled things like, you know, you like making you feel like if there was something wrong, like if it wasn't something perfect, like if you had a little stomach, or, or if someone had extra pounds or something, like there was just something wrong with that. And I think that's probably why part of the reason why I never was like overweight. I've been to points where I might have weighed more than what I wanted to, but it didn't last long because I'm like, oh, I got to do something quick and get this, because it bothered me, where somebody else might be like, "Well, you actually look good with a little bit of extra on you," but I couldn't do it because there was always
You got
this
a
back of
story.
my mind from my mom, saying, you can't have this, you can't have that. So with, having, I don't have a daughter, I have a son, and I had him at 18. And so having a son, having a child young, and I had a C-section. And so from that time, I've had that little teeny pooch because of having the
Same.
C-section. Now,
Same.
yeah, it's been
Out
smaller.
of my kangaroo pouch.
It's like it was smaller back then,
Yeah.
when I was younger and everything. And I mean, I bounced back. I was like in jeans in 2 weeks. It barely gained any weight to being pregnant at all. But I actually lost weight. That's when I found that I was pregnant, because all of a sudden I lost all this weight and I wasn't trying to. And they were like, "Oh, you're pregnant." And I'm like, "Oh shit." Wait, part of the plan yet. What am I gonna do? But it worked out. Love him. He's a great kid.
So you've always had this internal voice,
Always
which is
had
your
that.
mother's, right?
Yes.
My internal
Yes.
voice was just society. It
Yeah.
was just
Well,
like, you
society
should
didn't
look
help
like
either.
this.
Yeah.
No one in my family has ever body shamed me
Yeah.
but myself.
Society has never, that didn't help either. So you're
Mhm.
seeing all the stuff out there, you're seeing this, what you should look like, and everybody's like, "Oh, you should be like a zero and blah, 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 blah." No, no, I wasn't a zero, but, but still, it was just almost like that was what was always ingrained in me. But that little pooch that I've had for the past, this November will be 38 years, has always been something with me, where, yeah, there was a time I probably could have gotten some work done on it, and but it just wasn't a priority at the time. And I've always wanted to, because it still drives me nuts. But it's kind of at the point where now I think I'm at the point where I got too much other shit to deal with to be worrying about that. And the fact that
You have
I
somebody that loves you and that pooch. Okay?
well, and then he says that, he's like, "I'm a man. We don't care. We don't
I
look."
don't. That's the gag. That's the gag. Like, I love I love meeting voluptuous women that are really confident. And
Yes.
there's something when you talk about like that confidence and confidence, like there is something about that to me just shatters all of the societal
Yeah.
theories about what beauty is when you have this bodacious, voluptuous woman of any gender,
Yeah.
any race. Like I love me a good drag queen that's voluptuous and is like knows it. There's a confidence inside of them, regardless of the vehicle that they're driving, right? There's a confidence inside of them. It's like the person that I am on the inside is good.
Yeah.
This just happens to be the outer expression, and there's more to love when I have things to hold on to.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Nope. Love it. And I think sometimes that even helps me, seeing someone like you said that's, very curvy or voluptuous, like, like owning it, and I'm like, "You go, girl." Like, so it's like, well,
Right.
if
Like,
you
well, what's
can
wrong
do
with me?
that, then I can do that too, and but yeah, I've always been my worst critic, and it's just been a thing, and it's just probably something I'll always struggle with, and got better a little as I got older, but sometimes those little things still pop up.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like giving ourselves permission to experience joy, and talking about, the topic we're talking about is sexual pleasure and sexual joy, and having a connection between not just self-care but self-love, which could mean anything for anybody that's listening. It could mean self-love here on the inside, or self-love.
Yes, that too. Yeah, I'm here for that one. That subject is a necessary subject to me.
Hey, you do, I mean, we do what we have to do. And yeah. So I get it. Like, I used to, you would see sometimes or hear certain women, like, and maybe they didn't even have a partner at the time, and they were like, I had found that person, it's not working, and they're kind of like, "Do I even want to go out there at this point? Because like I'm good." Like, I'm taking, like,
Right.
that show I watched, and one of the ladies on there, was a reality show, and one of the ladies on there, and she was like, I, I'm good. Like, she was good with her vibrator. She was like,
Yeah.
I'm good. Like, I just don't even know. I don't even know
There
if half a
are
man can keep up with it at this point.
listen, Listen, if you old enough to go to one, I highly encourage you to go to a store, a toy store, an adult toy store,
Yeah.
and really look and explore all the different devices. Like we are so creative. The
Yeah.
things that we have
Yes.
engineered
Yep. Yep. Yep.
to
Yeah.
measure ourselves. And
Mhm.
I'm all for, like, honestly, I can walk to one from where I live. And it's so crazy because it's in this, affluent kind of neighborhood, but is right there on the corner. And I'm like, oh, these freaks that live around me, I see you. I'm here for it. Because listen, this is just my own personal, unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna say the things. I'm gonna say two things here.
Say the
Number
thing.
one, if you've never had an orgasm,
I'm sorry.
figure out why and go have one.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody's so pent up right now that they need that explosion of
Yeah.
energy.
Release.
There is a release that needs to happen, and it's just
Absolutely.
my own unpopular opinion that that's what's going on right now. I think that people aren't being pleasured,
Yeah.
and there's just so much pent up frustration and rage. And
Yeah.
one of those release valves is that euphoric feeling that comes from having an orgasm.
Yep.
And sadly enough, a lot of women don't know what that's supposed to feel like. They think they're
Yeah.
getting close or they'll fake it
Yeah.
during the session. But when you know, there is no question. When you know that you had one and it's a good one and you can accomplish this on your own or with a partner, um,
Exactly.
I would encourage you to try it on your own first. So you learn your body, you know what that
Yeah.
release is supposed to feel like,
Yeah.
and then encourage others to do the same. But that's just my unpopular opinion is like people need release.
They do. They do. I mean, hell, I know I do. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, yeah, I couldn't imagine. I mean, because here, yes, we're talking about that historical taboo conversation topic and conversation, but it's necessary. And I think that's probably why back when the series was on, like I loved Sex in the City. And because I mean, absolutely, absolute, yeah. I had the set, move, everything. But I mean, the movies were cool, but like the series is the series. And I could, there was a little bit of each of them I could relate to, but Samantha was my girl for several reasons.
She didn't give a damn.
She
She didn't
didn't
give a
give a damn. She was real. She was a good friend. Like
yeah,
she didn't judge. I mean, she was like that. She was that bitch, as they
yeah,
say.
she really
Like,
was.
and I love it. I absolutely loved it. And I use her name at times when I used to reference my little sometimes people say you had, well, yeah, when I was,
Like your Samantha
I
phase.
had my Samantha moments, and I'm not gonna lie, I own it. I own it. I am my
And if
Samantha.
we haven't, we probably should explore that too.
I
Listen,
was,
I love talking
yeah,
about this topic because again, shit, I'm 51. Like we're seasoned. We're mid-century modern now, so we can talk about the things that happened in our past
yeah,
and what we lived through and things. But I don't believe that enough women give themselves the permission to do that,
yeah,
to review and relive
yep,
and just kind of calculate like what should I be feeling at this moment in my life?
yeah,
Can I can I return to that version of myself? Like I feel more empowered now because of what I know about myself than I did when I was 18 or 28 or 38. Like, I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what I can do. I know what I don't want. And even if, till death, because I told my the only way out of this situation is death. Till death do us part. Right? Like if he were to leave the marriage before I prefer, I will be just fine. Like I know enough about this. And the other thing I wanted to say about sex is I told my husband this, like I've had some miraculous encounters, whether it was through plant medicine or deep meditation, transcendental meditation. And there's this emotion that comes over you when you encounter the divine.
yeah,
And I told my husband one time, I said, "Oh my gosh, I get it now." And he was like, "What?" I said, when you're having sex, you're like, "Oh God." I was like, when you're ready to climax and you have that euphoric emotional
yeah,
expression, when I had that during a plant medicine experience, I've had that during a transcendental meditation experience. I was like, all of it is the same. Like that feeling of release and euphoria, just kind of like,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, we naturally call out to God during the pleasure moment, but now I get it because that's what we're encountering. That feeling
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that bottled feeling is what we are aiming
And
for.
we're
And
we're we're made to think, oh my gosh, like how are you attributing? But it's we're connected, like
yeah,
we're connected to the divine, which
totally.
is God.
It is
And
natural.
it's
The Big Bang is
like this
is
is
a real
what
thing.
we made. We're there's a reason why we're made, these bodies
Right.
are made the way that they are.
Right.
And you
Thank
said it's
you.
not just to
All the
make
buttons and the
children.
knobs are there for a reason.
And we came here, so now I got off on all those subject. We came here to experience those things and experience those pleasures, to laugh, play, have fun, have sex, whatever.
Pleasure,
That's what we came here for. Or
joy,
we would have stayed up at the bus stop having the conversations. We wouldn't even come
faith.
down here.
Exactly. And I
So,
love that kind of like
yeah,
that wraps it all in a bow, right? Like truly the pleasure principle for me is that it is to come have the experience
yep,
as best you can and controlled environments in the way that you want to as best you can, right? And even in those horrible moments when things are taken from you, um, and you have the ability to continue to live on from that, drive towards the pleasure, find your power back in that pleasure, and plug back into that.
that's
And
right.
that's what this whole experience is about for me.
Nope, nope. I get it. I get it. I love it. So I think we might have to extend this conversation.
Well, we can bring some professionals in. We can bring some professionals in. You
Yes,
know?
I think we need to maybe expand on that. So,
Yeah.
so if you are watching and you have not subscribed, you better subscribe because you're going to end up missing something. I just know it. And you have a lot of options. You can see our beautiful faces on YouTube. You can subscribe on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, or iHeart. So there is no excuse to miss out on the conversation. Do you have any last takeaways, Bahati, before we wrap up this women's health series?
Well, women's health, we're wrapping it up. And so I will give this to the mother, RuPaul. I love their one-liner. If you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here?
Hey, hey, hi, man. Wow. So, just the final takeaways to everybody who is watching or listening. Women's health is not just about preventing illness, it's about creating a life where, and not to exclude the men, but we've been talking about women. So, women feel vibrant, empowered, connected, and joyful. And like Bahati said, if you haven't been to one of those stores, they're fun. Like they're so funny. It's
Just
like
to
when
walk around. You ain't gotta buy nothing.
people
But
in there like a little kid. That's right. It's fun. Have fun. Like we're here to have fun. So that's what we're supposed to do. Um,
yes.
so if any of these conversations have resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Share this episode with another woman or women who need the messages that we're putting out here. Again, make sure you're subscribed, pass along the word. We got some good things coming up and some things I've been cooking that I want to expand on. So, got it right along. Thanks again. This is Danielle with Bahati and Kay in her absence. So, as I always say, whatever's good for your soul, do that. Bye.